Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode review of Future Card Buddyfight 31.
Oh yeah. AKA, I didn't know we were watching Vanguard.
Shut up, you.
Alright, so anyway, this episode starts with Kiri being tempted by the Vice President as she menacingly taps her finger on the deck core case at an extreme angle.
Yeah, that was such an extreme angle.
But yeah, she's like, you know you want it. And Kiri's like, no, I saw what happened to Doe-Eye. I don't want it. And she's like, but you're special. And she makes creepy faces at him, saying that it's his destiny to use the deck core. And then we get an unnecessary flashback explaining what we already knew about Kiri going to Sengoku. Like, him, like, getting there and wanting to go there to get stronger, and Ruga being like, yeah, I'll teach you to get stronger and stuff. First, though, he says Ruga in the weirdest way, like Frogo.
It's not like Frugo or Froga.
Froga. Yeah. So, he takes Kiri to Sengoku, and he's like, you guards are stupid. You're gonna let an outsider in? They're like, oh, wait, yeah, you gotta beat us to get in. So Kiri does, and Kiri feels a little bit better about himself. And then he's like, okay, now sit here and read these books and study how to get stronger. And he's like, I want to get strong to be like Gao Mikado. And Ruga's like, you'll be stronger than 100 Gao Mikados!
100 of them.
100 of them. Also, even Kiri references that, Gao's never lost.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think
Like
Gao's ever won a lost fight.
Like, wow, really? You never seen them lost? No duh.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the paladin is mad that the guards are fighting without permission? Without his permission?
Didn't realize that they needed his permission.
Yeah, I thought it was just like no rules at Sengoku. It's like anything goes as long as you buddy fight for it. So it's like, no, you have to wait until paladin shows up to give you permission.
No, man.
But anyway, so Kiri studies and stuff. Meanwhile, Gao is running through the hallways going, man, where's Kiri? I can't find him. And Kiri eventually decides that, yeah, I am going to take the Dark Core. And right as he's about to touch it, he hears Gao, and he goes, Gao, is that you? I'm coming! And the Vice President flips him on his ass. And knocks him out somehow by doing that.
At first I thought she stabbed him with like a glowing dagger because the car was weirdly shaped. I'm like, oh my gosh, he killed him.
Well, she does attempt murder later in this episode. Yeah, because then Gao runs in and sees Kiri on the floor, and he's like, what did you do to him?
You monsters.
And then we cut back to the gang, as everyone's like, where's Gao? We kind of need Gao to fight. Where's Gao? And it's like, why did you send one of your only 3 active players left to get food? You have like 6 other people that could have done
6 or 7 other people. One of them who could teleport and multiply themselves, and is, you know, an 8-foot-tall demon.
It's like, if anyone's like, hey, you gotta buddy fight us to get food, Asmodee's just gonna pick him up and grate him like cheese against his abs.
You're weird. But yeah, it's like, could have said, you know...
Or backflip sumo onto them.
Tetsuya, who already lost, or, you know, one of the people who doesn't even play this game. But no, they apparently sent their one of their only active fighters left. Because it's, again, not like they have someone they were supposed to look for. And I understand that they found Kiri and all, but that was completely by accident. They did not intend to find him in there. That was completely on accident.
Yeah, so then the crowd starts to riot, and they throw stuff at Baruko and hurt Takosuke.
The vinegar just messed him up.
Yeah. So then they're like, oh no, we're gonna lose by default. And then I'm like, there's time limits on this tournament?
Well, there's gotta be some kind of time limit. You know,
yeah.
If someone goes AWOL.
Yeah. I mean...
Otherwise they wait there all night until someone
We're gonna wait until you tell us we're curious. Then it's like, this also points out, why didn't they just have, like, Tetsuya after he lose go in with Asmodai and start searching for Kiri on his own?
Well, you see, that would use this thing called logic, you know.
This is the same thing as the, while Naoki's fighting, we can't go into the secret base and look for Aichi. What is with these card game protagonists not knowing that when you have the villain distracted, you can just storm in?
Because apparently only Yu-Gi-Oh knows that you can split up. They do that a lot. They actually do that surprisingly a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh. If they need to do a looking while someone else is doing something, the main character or one of the main players will play against the opponent while the other people are looking for something.
You hear that, guys? You're dumber than Tristan. But
who's dumber than Tristan? You talking about Gao's group or are you talking about
Gao's group and freaking Kai's groupe? Both
okay,
are
so
dumber
both of
than
them, okay.
They're both dumber than Tristan, because he was at least smart enough to split up.
To be fair, Tristan was the one who who convinced everyone to break into Pegasus' room in the first season.
See? Anyway, so then we cut back to Gao and whatever the heck he's doing. And, oh wait, no, first, they have Asmodai split into 4 and decide to go looking for them and also get food. Not to mention it takes him only about a minute to do this!
I think he found their food, but it did take them only about a minute to find that in the drill after they got teleported into the sky, because I don't think anyone wasn't really like paying attention. But I'm pretty sure they got teleported into the air.
Yeah, they did. Because then VP's like, don't get in my way. And she teleports them like 75 meters into the air.
7,000 meters.
Yeah, 7,000 meters
said.
into the air.
Yep, just say, let's kill him. Which really begs the question, if she could just do that, why didn't she just teleport out of there with Kiri in the first place, as soon as he heard him yelling?
Yeah, instead of flipping him, why didn't you just teleport? No one has logic.
No, yeah, we're back to that again. People are just doing things on impulse.
I think it's maybe because she wanted to murder him because he's annoying, but that's just me.
I can understand that, but if she just left, she could have given him Kiri the power without being interrupted. There was no reason for that whole thing to happen the way it did. They could have just teleported to where Ruga was, and because it's a completely separate building, and no one would have been the wiser.
So VP teleports them in, and Ruga's starting to get impatient about Gao being late, and so VP shows up behind him, and he's like, "What are you doing? Where's Gao? I bet you're behind this." And she's like, teleport him into the air, and he's like, "You do know he can't fly." She's like,
Oops.
Oops.
With this big ass grin on her face.
Yeah, so they're falling to their death. And Gao's like, "Hey, this is a perfect time to use your buddy skill." And he's like, about that, I don't know how to use it. And Gao's like, "That's okay."
Yeah,
Doesn't even care.
It's okay. You can do it. I know you can. Oh, you can't? Oh, you think I can do it? Yeah, of course you can. If you believe, then I can do it. Yeah, buddy skill on.
Yeah.
But it literally happened that fast. No transition or anything. Just, you can do it. Oh, well, if you say I can do it, I'll do it. And then he does it.
Yeah, so apparently Drum just needed a little bit of motivation. I guess no one was ever told him he could. But so yeah, Parako has to start counting down to them getting disqualified. And of course, wouldn't you know it, he gets in right as she's about to say 10.
Of course.
His buddy skill is a giant floating disc that kind of looks like... You ever get those really thin crackers that have like the powdered sugar on top of them? It looks like one of those. Like the ones that look like doilies. He's riding on a magic flying doily.
With a rotating sun underneath it, because his sun is his motif. Even though outside of the Sunfire thing, what is really sun about him? He just has a lot of things named Sun. It doesn't really come into play with his cards, or he doesn't even really exclusively use fire. Heck, he's using Thunder Knights. Spoilers at the end of this episode. He was supposed to fire anything. And it's just something I just thought about, but that's just a nitpick.
No, it's... I don't get it either. Where does all this sun stuff come into play? But anyway...
I just think thought it sounded cool. That's it's just something I thought about. You know, I was like, yeah, you know what? There's a lot of sun stuff. I was like, I know I saw the buddy skill in the opening, but I never noticed the sun ball underneath it. I thought it was just like a floating disc.
And apparently, Drum also gets a buddy skill of being able to turn his cape into wings. So that's...
Oh, yeah, it's on the Draconic Paratrooper thing.
I was actually wondering about that for the longest time, and now we finally have the answer. So then, Vice President, just a little bit before this happened, offers the Paladin the Dark Core, and he's all like,
Well, he was wanting it.
Yeah, he did want it.
He was jelly because Ruga didn't choose him.
Yeah. And apparently that means implanting the dark core into his sword's eyeball!
That must have hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
I wonder how...
It's immortal, so it probably didn't care.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, does the sword care that it just lost its eye and gained a new one? It's a very chill sword. So yeah, Asmodai comes back, gives everyone
fairness,
food.
I think the sheath isn't actually a part of the sword.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, Asmodai comes back, gives everyone food. They're all happy. They're eating what looks like
I think it's takoyaki inside of a bun.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. You can put whatever you want in bread, Em.
I know,
really
I just didn't know
matter.
if that's actually a dish. Like, I usually eat takoyaki by itself with sauce, not in a bun. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy.
We have melon bread there, Em. Just deal with it.
Well, now, I want some. I'm hungry. But
yeah,
anyway.
we're all hungry, Em, and you're not getting us closer to dinner like that.
Okay, so anyway, so then, Paruko fuses with Akosuke.
Yep, that's by slamming her butt on his head.
And they even have the fusion flash and everything.
And I'm not kidding, literally just swam.
That's squash and stretch.
He looks very mad that he got hit.
Yeah, I always wonder, does it hurt when she does that?
I don't freaking know, dude, but there you go.
Yeah, so then we get back to the fight. The fight finally starts after all this unnecessary filler. Somewhat necessary filler, mostly unnecessary.
It was all necessary. Most of it was necessary. It's just that it was stretched out. Em.
Yeah, it was okay. Unnecessary padding.
There you go. That works.
Yeah, so then he's using the Thunder Knights deck. Paladin gets to start, and of course he's missing his eyeballs due to Dark Core.
Yep, we went over that. Oh my god, the friends in Pokemon never shut up.
He's replaying X.
I'm playing it for a thing I'm gonna do on my DA, but yeah, I keep forgetting how much the friends in this game just don't shut up. They're nothing interesting to talk about. They're just talking about nothing.
But what about the dancing?
I really don't care about the fat man's dancing. He can go suck it or something.
But yeah, so then Paladin goes first, brings out Merlin, uses Incubus Blood in order to draw 2 cards, and zaps Gao for 2. Then Gao plays all the cards in the world.
Yep, he plays like his whole hand.
Yeah, brings out Halberd, brings out the sword that goes along with Thunder Knights, brings out the guy who can't move, and then they put the set spell down. It's like he uses everything, and then the Thunder Knights all together starts doing their chant. It sounds like a demon because they're all dragons. We are the Thunder Knights!
Yeah, at least they, have a thing going on, dude, which is neat.
Yeah, I was like, this would be really cool if I wasn't terrified. So then, he attacks with all of his stuff, destroys Merlin, hits him for a bit, and then it goes back to Paladin, who brings out Arthur again, equips Duradel, and brings out another Merlin, uses Incubus Blood again, and Link attacks into Halberd, kills him, and then hits Gao with a Penetrate. Wait, no, yeah, with Arthur's Penetrate.
Yep.
And then, as the episode ends, we buddy call Thunder Knight Drum. Oh,
yep.
Man.
To be continued in the next episode, which is going to be Bleach again.
We're getting episode 5 again, guys!
Yep, lots of fighting in the air against the Psycho Paladin.
This is what we wanted for so long. It's been 3,000 years!
Yes. But yeah, it looks like that's going to be really cool to see. So, but, more on that when the episode happens. So, opinions on this episode, M?
This was a very boring episode. It wasn't bad, but not much happened. A lot of, we didn't need to see Kiri's backstory. I would have liked to see more of the fight.
You gave us backstory? I thought he was just talking about wanting to
I
stronger.
didn't mean backstory, I mean flashback. The flashback of how he got there. We didn't need to see him beat up the guards. I guess it gave him a little bit of character development, but it's like, it didn't need to last that long.
Well, you could tell that they did that specifically to spread it out, because when he was fighting, they were using a lot of stuff we saw earlier, from
the
Danger
whole
World.
stock footage.
Everything of Demon Gold ever being used was used in that scene. Just with recolored backgrounds at certain points. But
Not even trying to pad.
Yeah, you could tell they were definitely trying to pad the episode out because they wanted to save stuff for next time.
Yeah, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of budget in the next episode.
Oh yeah, that's most likely why in this episode they were cheaping out some places. Then for Parko's super fancy jump. So that was the only thing that looked like they took time to do.
They put a lot of effort into that jump, and it turned out good. I don't know why, but they did. I guess they're realizing that Parko is best girl.
That's probably why they spend so much of the time when they're in the tournament area on her.
Yeah.
When they're wanting to do some padding.
Probably also why we got a cute shot of her butt.
Yep, that's probably also why we got to see Takasugi freaking out about the vinegar on his tentacle and then see her washing it off.
Do octopuses actually freak out if you get vinegar on them?
It dries them out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like acid. It's acid. It burns.
I didn't know that. The more you know. I'll be cool.
You know, if you put it in their headless body, it will continue to move.
I knew that about frogs and salt. Yeah. I didn't know that about octopuses.
You can do it with vinegar too.
Oh. The more you know.
Don't go trying it at home, kids. Don't go finding animals and killing them.
Yeah, unless you plan to eat them, and
because that would be wrong and mean and dumb.
That and octopus usually is dangerous for
What?
It's on the warning list of things for importing because of the way they fish it. It's dangerous to other fish and like dolphins and things and sharks.
I wasn't gonna tell them to throw it back.
Either way, enough about conservation and other things. What were your opinions about the episode?
It was okay. It definitely, like you said in the beginning, it definitely had that Vanguard vibe where it dragged a lot longer than it needed to on things.
At least it seems like next episode we're actually getting things, though.
I mean, really, we could have just seen, like, most of this fight go on. You know, with the beginning being about the whole, whatever, dude, and then, we'll get to the climax of the fight. And then the resolution happens in the early part of the next episode. And then we get this awesome fight that's going to happen, or something's going to happen in the next episode. That probably would have worked a lot better. Because, well, A, would have cut down on stuff not actually happening. And B, they could have just had more talking and cut down on the budget by doing it like that.
Yeah.
And I know I keep saying the budget a lot, but that's because it's very clear when it comes to Buddyfight that anything they do that looks like it's taking extra time is because they're trying to save money. It's not for any other reason than to save money.
This whole entire episode was, guys, we need to save the budget. What should we do? Except for Parko's jump.
It happened in episode 4 too. For episode 5, the budget in that episode was a lot lower before the episode where there was a bunch of sword fighting and shooting like fire and lightning out of palms of the hands.
Do you think they're doing it like Trigger style, where it's like these episodes are being made like a little bit before, so they're like, okay, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the next episode, let's finish this one quick so that we can have a little bit of extra time on this one.
Hey, that'd probably be what they're doing. They're probably doing it like a week in advance.
Yeah, because I know the animator system in Japan is a lot different from that in America, in which in America usually things are finished way in advance.
Yeah, that's most likely that they're doing this.
That's why you got those leaks of Korra and Steven Universe so early.
No, that's exactly why we got those leaks. And I still find it funny how we're going to be the last freaking country in the world that gets the newest episode of Steven Universe. Yet at Comic-Con they advertise it like it was the new thing.
Why is it the country it's made in gets it last?
But I find it funny.
Either way.
Yeah, either way. So yeah, I guess that's about it for the episode. I really can't wait for the next one. And again, this episode was okay, just so a bit slower than we're used to. Luckily, knowing Buddyfight as well as I do, it's completely a wild card and will probably not stay that way for very long, knock on wood. Because when has it ever really stuck to one style of storytelling or whatever for more than about maybe 2-3 episodes before it just shifted right back to something else. It's crazy. It's like it's on drugs. Wouldn't that could be a good thing or that could be a bad thing depending on what episode you get.
Yeah.
This one was an okay one, so we were lucky there.
Yeah.
Because it could have been another freaking episode 6.
Or episode 20.
Or 20, God forbid. But, so yeah, that takes care of this episode. Ultimately okay. Let's see here. Next, see. During the week, as we've been doing, we've been uploading stuff to the Beta Punk Productions website.
New page of, I believe, Vagabond and Spoopy House since the update.
Since last episode, I believe we've had another page of, at least one more page of each. I'm pretty sure 2 for Spoopy House.
Yeah.
We have a set schedule. We have a more or less set schedule, at least for the summer now.
Yeah, I still need to put that up. I've been really busy with coding and advertising and organizing everything, and I haven't been able to work much on Pariah. I got the character profiles at least up. I did that. That and we uploaded, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the first really big animated short I ever did. That was a little over a year ago.
Yep, over a year, probably a year and a half.
Way back when I was first learning to animate. It looks really terrible compared to a lot of the stuff I do now. Just looking at it, I was like, oh god, this is so bad compared to what I can do now.
Isn't that bad? Shut up.
Okay, there's just certain things. I wish I had done the sound quality better, but at the time I had to do all the voices.
Hey, just remember, you're one person and you were able to make something that was at least watchable, as opposed to certain companies we know who have like 30-something people and can't even produce anything close to that quality.
Good point.
So I guess in a separate, we can just take care of it now. If we want to talk about schedule and possible changes.
Sure.
Or do you want to save it for another one so we can talk about possible upcoming changes?
Yeah, I guess we should change it to that. You already posted it on your DA. If people want to see what it is now,
yeah, we'll probably do one. Probably upload after this video's up. So we can just show you what we have, what the schedule is, and what is probably going to change to in about a month because, well, school season is coming back in session, so the busy levels will increase, and a certain one of us has another job they're going to start soon, so
yeah,
things might get switched around then. So we probably just tell everyone about all that.
We might have another animation for Thursday if I feel like putting it up. There's 2 that I have that if I just polish them a bit, I'd be okay with putting them up. I have one that actually is from before the sloth that involves my sister. And another one that I did recently for a class in which I only had a week to make it, so it came out a little bit weird. I'm working on the first page of Pariah. I just need time to get that. And there's other news that we need to talk about.
You shut up and keep talking. I'll talk about this.
Okay, and we've also got a couple other pages of like Spoopy House that need to be worked on. I've been working on one actually right up until we started this review. You've been working on another page of Vagabond. And I believe that is it for now.
And for DA, I'm going to be working on a little short comic for the playthrough I'm doing for the X and Y this time around.
You guys know you love Pokemon comics.
Yep, just a bunch of 1-comas that tell the story just because I felt like I should do more. And
always wanted to do that.
That's about it. So I'm going to leave you all with a question if you all wish to answer it. Which new Mega Evolution do you guys like the best? Got Mega Salamence here, flying around like a glider.
Look at his arms. They're so...
Apparently, his arms have shrunk into his little metal plates.
And he tucks them in.
Mega Lopunny with the torn thigh highs.
Just ready to punch you out.
Or Mega Altaria, the Cloud King.
He's more cloud than bird now.
Yes. You almost had that right.
Sorry.
More cloudier now than man, bird.
Man bird.
Man bird.
How
about you, Em?
Salamence for the longest time was one of my favorite Pokemon, but he's just so dang silly. I gotta give it to Lopunny. It's super cute now. Lopunny, I always thought, like, its normal design, I thought it was really cute, but I thought, like, something was off about it. I feel like this looks way better.
I'm guessing is because it has the little stubs for its feet.
It is a stubs for it looks like it should fall over.
Probably doesn't because it has giant-ass ears.
It uses its ears to prop back.
Probably. That's why it sticks its butt out.
Ugh, that's gonna hurt.
That's been changed. It's got a lot less brown on its body now, so it's not one solid color. And it's also got a lot less. And the cream has been broken up.
Yeah.
So its color's a lot more placed better.
Then I feel like its legs look better. I remember its legs always weirded me out. I'm like, it has Barbie doll legs. It looks like they just got popped into sockets.
Same with this one. It's just now that they're
now they
black.
look like they're supposed to be different. Like before, I was like, why does it look like that? Now it's like, oh, this makes sense.
I see. They're still actually part of its fur, right?
Yes.
So it's like still connected like a joint.
But it still looks it looks more reasonable now than it did before.
Okay, well, there you go. So,
I know that I've been talking to Elliot through Pojo and stuff, and I know that his favorite is Altaria.
Yeah, that thing is a puffball. I personally like the Lopunny. In fact, I think the Lopunny is now probably my new favorite Mega. So.
I don't know what my favorite Mega is. If I had to, just out of the ones we've seen, I'd probably have to say Mega Aggron, actually. I love using it.
This is the first Mega I just straight up liked as soon as I saw it. All the other ones had to grow on me to some extent.
Gardevoir's fat butt.
Gardevoir was really hard to adapt to at first because when I first saw it, when in the previews back when they were getting spoiled, it looked like it was like it just got really fat.
Because we only saw blurry pictures.
So I was like, "Holy crap, Gardevoir! What happened to you?
Why would they do this to you?"
Luckily, that was not the case.
She turned into the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka.
Yep, so I guess that's about it. So till next time, everybody, keep on buddy fighting and Pokemoning. Yeah, especially.
Pokeing?
Yeah, it might work. Especially since November is not super far away anymore.
I need my auras.
Auras.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah,
See
so
ya.
that's it. See ya, everybody.